So when Trump posted to social media yesterday that Russia is a paper tiger, he was right. They are simply outmatched in every domain. Back on February 24th, 2022, as Russian missiles crossed into Ukraine, a quieter offensive was underway from deep inside Fort Meade, Maryland, in the United States. The National Security Agency began a sweeping communications intelligence operation that ultimately captured and analyzed more than 42,000 Russian military conversations. Now, this information comes out of leaked records, releases from the federal government, technical forensics, and insider accounts, and all of it paints a pretty clear picture that is one of American technological overmatch, and frankly, it's not even particularly close. Russia suffers from severe organizational fragility and the steep cost of fighting a modern war with insecure devices. And that is what I want to focus on in this video, dominating something as simple as communication. Because as of right now, Russia's communications are less secure than that of Nazi Germany, and that means not only easy intel gathering, but pinpoint spectrum warfare, where we can deny whole bands on the battlefield while finding the transmit points of some of these nodes and using that point of origin to conduct strikes. Now, this collection architecture spans geosynchronous and low Earth orbit satellites, ground stations in NATO countries, and wiretaps on undersea cables. At peak tempo, classified dashboards showed an average of 847 terabytes of intercepted Russian traffic processed each day. This is voice calls, text, radio chatter, satellite links, and data flowing across both military and commercial networks. Early failures on the Russian side were clear. Units leaned on Chinese made Baofeng handhelds and personal smartphones. The Baofeng UV82HP, which is still common on the front line, transmits unencrypted on commercial bands, making it easy to monitor, jam, or spoof with cheap receivers that cost as much as $50 on Amazon. In fact, most of these radios you can get on Amazon. You know how I know? Because I have a Baofeng radio that I use for off-roading. And this is the exact same radio that many of the units on the front line are using for the Russians. But on top of that, Russian troops are also using unsecure apps on their cell phones and making cellular phone calls, which were captured with mobile tower simulators known as International Mobile Subscriber Identity Catchers. Ukrainian forces converted the stream into targeting and maneuver advantages, often anticipating Russian troop movements and logistics runs in near real time. Analysts call the downstream effect, quote, feedback warfare. However, once Russian units realized their communications traffic was exposed, they did something worse than being intercepted. They stopped communicating altogether.